WSVI TV and you're seeing the Caribbean with Trish Rhodes. Today we're at the East End Marine Park. I would like to introduce Antonio Watts, who is the coordinator for the Friends of the East End Marine Park, which I've just joined. And I would like to introduce our newest member to the Friends of the East End Marine Park, Mr. Chris Elliott. And Chris Elliott, here's the check for the Friends of the East End Marine Park. And thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be a member.
Pleasure to have you.
Yeah, look forward to working with you whenever I get a chance. So as Trish said, I'm Vice President actually of Planning of William and Punch. It's a 600-acre development on the west end of the island, 2,000 feet of beachfront, and it goes way back up into the hills, 1.5 miles. So it's a very large development, and so we had to be very careful about our impacts. We'll plant a coral nursery at it after we have taken care of this problem with the sedimentation. How we've done it is several different ways, but when we rerouted the road off of the beach to come back here, when this is done, this will be slightly raised above the other levels. So what will happen when the rain comes down, it will back up into the golf course area, and these ponds, this is an existing pond, this is one that we're putting in, and this will catch almost all of the water from this area, the Williams and Punch area. Our marina, which is why Trish asked me to come today, is a blue flag marina. That's a conservation designation that includes 26 points you have to get that.
Chris, are there environmental jobs that could be had in these areas?
But yes, there's a number of environmental jobs. One of which, actually, this is, I'm glad you brought that up, Trish, thank you, because this is a hawksbill turtle nesting beach, very active. Currently, there is a lot of poaching going on that beach of turtle eggs, which is horrible, about 1,500 a year. We've committed to 24/7 surveillance to make sure that doesn't happen, and so that also educational program, we will have staff to educate our guests about turtle nests. They will all be marked and monitored so nobody disturbs them, and when it's time for them to hatch, we will have staff, educated staff, there working with guests that if they're interested to make sure that all the hatchlings make it to the water safely without any predators, mongoose, or stray dog or something like that getting them first. So yes, we will have educational staff, we'll have monitoring staff, for the beach itself. As far as for the marina, absolutely, it'll be a lot of jobs there. Like I said, with the pump out stations, with the signage, with educating the boaters as they arrive. So yes, we will have a lot. As well, actually our golf course is going to be an Audubon certified golf course, which requires special maintenance and highly technical use of the chemicals that will be used, like fertilizers. They will be monitored extremely tightly.
These are all just different jobs that were not even around when you and I were going to college. It's just bringing it to mind to everybody here that there's plenty of things that we can do. Number one, to stay green and to have green jobs that protect our island.
Sure, absolutely. Of course, our greatest asset is the sea around us. So we really need to be aware of that.